In this video, I'm going to show you how to A/B test a landing page in Instapage, including how to set up traffic splits, define conversion goals, and actually read your test results. A lot of teams run A/B tests, but don't really know what they're measuring or why a test is running. Instapage makes this process much clearer by showing you exactly how traffic is split, how each variation performs, and where conversions are happening. By the end of this video, you'll know how to launch an A/B test the right way and avoid the common mistakes that lead to misleading results. I'm Erin from My First Website. Let's get into it. Before we start the walkthrough, make sure you have Instapage open so you can follow along. If you don't have an account yet, use the link below to start a 14-day free trial. That way you can build the page, set up the traffic split, and see the results in real time as we go through this together. So this is the landing page's dashboard inside of Instapage. This is your starting point for everything, creating pages, managing experiments, and eventually reading A/B test results. At the top right, you'll see a few options. Create page. So this is how you start a brand new landing page. You can upload an Instapage if you already have a page file, and you can add a group, which is helpful later if you manage multiple pages or funnels. For A/B testing, everything starts with a landing page, so you can't run an experiment without one. So the first step is always creating or selecting a page. On the left sidebar, notice how Instapage separates things. Landing pages is where pages live. Under Optimize, we have Experiment, which is where A/B tests are managed, and we also have Analytics, which is where performance and results show up later. This matters because Instapage treats testing as a layer on top of your pages, not something bolted on afterward. So the next thing we're going to do is click Create Page. So this is the layout template selection screen inside of Instapage. So this is where you choose the foundation for your landing page before customizing anything. So Instapage gives you hundreds of pre-built layouts, and the goal here isn't to find something perfect, it's to find a structure that already matches your conversion goal. On the left, you'll see filters based on use cases like lead generation, product promotion, webinar signups, demos, or service bookings. And these filters matter because each layout is already optimized around a specific action, not just visual design. If you scroll down, you will also see optional filters for industry, page type, style, and even color. So these are helpful if you really want to narrow things down quickly or stay aligned with your brand, but they're not required. In the main area, you'll see layout previews, and these aren't finished pages. They're starting points built with a proven conversion structure. They have strong hero sections, clear calls to action, space for social proof, and a logical content flow. If you want full control, you can start from a blank page, but for A/B testing, templates are usually a better choice. But I'm going to show you what that looks like on a blank page. It's definitely from scratch, but templates are usually the better choice because they let you focus on testing messaging and layout changes instead of designing from scratch. So once you select a template, that page becomes your base version, what Instapage calls variation A. So from there, you'll duplicate it, make controlled changes, and start testing which version converts better. Okay, so here you're going to give your landing page a name. I'm just going to leave it as is. So once you select a layout, this is what the Instapage editor looks like. So from here, what you're seeing is the base page. So this is going to become your control or variation A for the A/B test. The most important thing to understand is that Instapage is built around sections and blocks. So each section, like the hero, the value props, or the call to action, can be edited independently. So you can click directly into the headlines, the buttons, images, and layouts, and change them without having to touch code. At this stage, you're not trying to perfect the page. Again, you're just trying to make sure that the page clearly matches your goal. So in this example, the goal is simple. It's to get visitors to book their first walk. So the headline communicates value, the supporting sections will build trust, and the CTA is clear, but if you scroll down, is also repeated. This is exactly what you want before testing, a clean, logical page that already works on a basic level, because A/B testing isn't about fixing broken pages, it's about improving pages that are already doing something right. So once your base page is ready, this becomes the benchmark. Every experiment you run from here is measured against this version. That's why Instapage treats this first page as the foundation for all future variations. Once your base page is ready, this is where A/B testing actually begins. So at this point, we're not editing the page anymore, we're moving into optimization. So from the left-hand sidebar, I'm clicking onto Optimize and then Experiment. This is where all A/B testing lives inside of Instapage. Landing pages is where pages are built. Optimize is where performance decisions conversions are made. So from here, I'm going to click into create experiment, and this doesn't change the page yet. It simply wraps a testing framework around it. Now Instapage asks you to name the experiment and define a hypothesis. So this step matters a lot because your experiment name should clearly describe what you're testing, not just test one. And the hypothesis explains why you believe this change will improve results. For example, if we're testing a font change, the hypothesis might be that improved readability increases conversions. So this keeps the test focused and makes the results easier to interpret later on. Once that's filled out, you move forward, but before we move on, this is one of the most important steps of A/B testing, defining the right conversion goal. Instapage doesn't guess what success means. You have to tell it exactly what counts as a conversion. So that might be a button click, a form submission, or a complete booking. If your goal doesn't match the action that actually drives revenue, your test results won't matter, even if one version does win. So before you look at any data, always ask yourself, if someone converts here, does that actually move the business forward? And getting this right is what makes the rest of the experiment worth running. Now you'll see your baseline, which is your original page, and this is your control. Any new variation starts by duplicating the baseline, so every version begins as an exact copy. That's important because the only differences between versions are the changes you intentionally make. So from here, you can manage variations using the 3-dot menu on the right. You can duplicate, pause, or rename a variation. Notice that the baseline cannot be deleted. That's intentional. Your control always stays intact. So when you create a new variation, the key is restraint. You're not redesigning the page. You're testing one meaningful change at a time, like a headline, CTA wording, layout spacing, or visual hierarchy. If you change too many things at once, you won't know why a version won. Clean A/B testing means one variable, one hypothesis, and one clear result. And this is how you turn testing into learning instead of guessing. Once everything is set, you start the experiment. Instapage shows this warning because changes made after a test starts can affect results, and this is a good thing. It protects the integrity of your data, so when you're ready, you can start the experiment. Once the experiment is live, this is where you come back to evaluate performance. Here you can see variations side by side, conversion rate, total conversions, visitors, traffic split. By default, traffic is split evenly, and that's usually what you want when starting out because it makes comparisons clean and reliable. So here we have the conversion rate over time. So this is where real insights show up. Instead of reacting to one spike or dip, you're looking for consistency. Is one version steadily outperforming the other? Do results stabilize as traffic increases? This helps you avoid false winners. Good A/B testing isn't fast, it's accurate. So one of the biggest mistakes teams make is ending tests too early. A short spike doesn't mean a winner. What you're looking for is consistency over time with enough traffic to support the result. If results fluctuate heavily day to day, the test isn't done yet. A/B testing rewards patience, so the goal isn't fast answers, it's accurate ones. At this stage, the page does need to be published and receiving live traffic for results to update in real time, but structurally, everything you need to understand A/B testing is already here. Page setup, variations, traffic splits, conversion data. Once traffic is live, Instapage handles the rest automatically. This workflow is especially useful if you're running paid traffic, optimizing funnels, or making decisions based on performance, not opinions. Even small improvements compound when you test consistently. That's why A/B testing isn't just a marketing tactic, it's a growth system. That's how you A/B test a landing page in Instapage, from setting up experiments to reading results the right way. The biggest takeaway is this: good A/B testing isn't about guessing, it's about controlled changes, clear goals, and knowing how to interpret the data that you're seeing. If you want to follow along and try this out yourself, use the link below and start a 14-day free trial of Instapage. I'm Erin from My First Website. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this helped, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.